Okay, now I'm going to start off. I'm going to do a caprese salad, which usually is a mix between tomatoes, basils, bocconcini cheese. What I'm going to do is I have here a Kumato tomato, which is an heirloom tomato. It's a dark tomato. It's made in Canada. Right now, I'll show you the color once I get it outside of the package. Right now they're ripened to perfection right now, so they're very sweet, lots of flavor. I'm going to season them with some nice coarse salt, and we'll take the salad from there. Now what I have here is I have a wooden plank. It's just going to be more of like an antipasto style salad, so what I'd want to do is I'd have a little fork, a little cheese fork, and I'd probably arrange it so that it can be handed around as an hors d'oeuvre. So I'll demonstrate that right now. Open up the package here. I gotta fill this plank, so I'm gonna use about 2 or 3 of them. Always wash your tomatoes. Got these Kumatos rocking and rolling, clean, ready to roll. So I'm gonna cut off the head, just like that. It's very important to have a sharp knife when you cut with tomatoes, or else it just dents the shit out of it. So I'm going to cut them about, I'd say 1/4 inch thick each. Consistency is a big thing with knife skills. You must always have, every cut you do, these tomatoes, they should all be in and around the same size, if not perfect each time. Presentation is a big thing in these dishes. That's what I'm trying to teach you here at DB30. Plating techniques, flavors, building flavors, having fun, Like, make out in the kitchen with your spouse, do whatever you gotta do, just make the plates nice,
Yeah.
He knows what I'm talking about. Spends enough time
in the kitchen.
Cody Woodhead, a good friend of mine. Very good friend of mine.
No.
He's a connoisseur.
No, I just like your cooking.
Oh. Not friends, likes food. I'm gonna get rid of the ends, clean up my cutting board, it's very important.
How important?
Washing my hands.
Oh.
That important. Kind of a big deal, hombre. So I got fresh basil here. It's not from the garden, but it's from my local supermarket. Kind of want to rinse it off here. I don't want to get it too wet. I don't want to wilt it. So it's got to be cold water. Okay, so here we have baby bocconcini. Bocconcini is generally used for caprese salads. It's a bland mozzarella type cheese. What I like to use personally for texture, for richness, for creaminess, I like burrata. Burrata is like a wet cheese similar to this, about yay big, very tough skin on the outside, nice and creamy and melt in your mouth on the inside. It's perfect for dishes like a caprese. So I'm just going to finish chopping these up in half. I'm just going to have them, and what I'm going to do next, I got to season these things. Got fresh oleo here. Just hit the tomatoes. See, I like the flavor on this. You can really taste the olive, and it's good to get a good olive oil when you're, when you're in Canada, coming from Italy. Beautiful. Just a little salt, a little bit of pepper. I'm just gonna give them a nice light toss, just like this. So when I platter them, I'm gonna platter them sporadically. And a friend just walked in. Okay, now next step, what I'm going to do, I'm take this fresh basil, I'm just going to roll it up. I'm going to do a style of a cut, it's called a chiffonade. It's just a very fine julienne. So I'm going to put this knife in. I'm going to show you something with the knife, a little trick I learned. Keep your knife sharp. Sharpen it up, clean it off. Now, it's like a julienne, but the trick to something like this is you don't want to bruise the green so it turns brown. It's not a nice color. So what I'm going to use, the thinner part of the knife, the top part of the knife. And what I'm going to do, if you can zoom in, I'm just going to go thin like this. And I'm just going to take little shreds off. I'm just going to go down. And I'm going to use this as a garnish, fresh flavor, So it's just fun. play it around. Get a little bit of that. You know what? There you go. If you have balsamic reduction, you can use it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this, I'm going to run it along the platter, just like so. Just give it some flavor, it looks beautiful. A little bit of oleo for flavor. And that's it, there you go, to your friends. Guys, enjoy.
I already had dinner, so
Where'd you get that toothpick from?
my mouth from my dinner that I just
Tomatoes are good. Rascal, this is delicious, man.
Nice bomb, buddy.
Now, I'm going to take out the jalapeno rolls that I had cooking for baking for about 15 minutes now. Nice and golden brown. What I'm going to do is I whipped up an aioli during the break, which is just an emulsion between egg yolks or some sort of a binder and oil. What I did was I made a peach aioli. So I cooked down some peaches, seasoned them with a little bit of Grand Marnier, and I made the aioli. It's been resting here for about a good minute and a half now. 2 minutes. So I'm going to take this. This is more or less just a bed. It's more like a glue for the jalapeno rolls. Take out the oven. But it's also a very nice accompaniment.
You can play it easy. You play hockey,
Forget about it. Look at that, beautiful, nice golden brown puff pastry.
Come sit.
Are you done the video?
No, we're being served.
Okay. So I'm going to plate this. I got a bit of a crowd over there.
Stop. Now you want to try one of these wines that we got going on here?
Yeah, very nice wines.
I don't need this guy.
Okay, so I'll serve that up to the table.
Cody.
Pass it around, see what everyone thinks. Guys, this is the jalapeno roll puff pastry. Stuff.
Grab some.
peach aioli, as I said.
Peach aioli. Yeah, that's good.
How's that?
Oh, it's wrong. This recipe's from this book?
That's going to be too hot for you though.
Is it? Very spicy?
No, it's not very spicy, but
But the sauce, it cools it down a lot.
Okay, it's Kobe time. So let's go get this beef. You want to follow me out to where I had it marinating in the fridge? Beautiful home. Cameraman's laundry.
sure.
Look at these. The marinade now has gotten so deep into the beef, it's gonna char so beautifully. Isn't that beautiful? That's our dinner. Boys, look at this meat. Look at this beef. Isn't that beautiful?
That is, man.
I do not want to use those sexual.
What I want to do, I'm gonna get the skin side or the fat side on each. I'm just gonna baste them. I'm gonna bang them on just like that. You gotta be careful because with fat, it oils anything. It engages this flame, but it's not really a charcoal flavor. It's more of like a burnt pith. It's nasty. So you want to be really careful how much oil you use when you marinate your meats. You know how much fat you leave on your steaks. So I'm just gonna kind of put them all in some military form here, of some sort. And maybe 3 across the front, 3 across the back. Okay guys, we got our grill going. So this is going to take a little bit. So I'm just going to cut to the chase here. I'll be back